Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my channel is all about budgeting and our journey to getting out of debt as a family of 5 on a medium income for our country, but if you consider the South African currency to the dollar, it is low income. Um so today I'm going to be doing my budget for the 19th to the 25th of April, and I'm just going to review everything for the week and then we'll see how we did. So our overdraft that we started with was 1,050, and it was actually overdraft fees went off on it as well, the monthly fee, so, and the bank charges, so it went up to 1,500. I'm not going to be paying money into the account as I am getting my salary on the 25th, which is today. So that's going to be taken care of with my paycheck, and that's fine, that's not a problem, but it is bad because it obviously was a higher negative than expected. Then we have sales, which came in lower, which is also bad, so I highlight it in red. So I didn't work as much. I sold items, which was higher than expected by almost 1,450, so that was good. It was just basically items we no longer use. We have a bunch of stuff in our garage that we have to get rid of, and I post them from time to time as I have the time to do it on Facebook Marketplace, and that's how that happens. Then I emptied all my sinking funds last week because we've had a rough patch financially, especially with our car breaking down almost every week. So that was listed as income, and I used some of it last week as well. So that was obviously exactly as expected, which is a yellow item. Then our bank charges, or my bank charges for the month, was 226.40. It was budgeted as 200 because I thought for some reason my overdraft fee was much higher than it is showing, and that I actually for the first time really looked at what the split of it was, and I counted it, all the fees for the overdraft separately and the bank charges separately on my account, and I noticed that my bank charges is higher than my overdraft fee. So I'm glad that the overdraft fee isn't at 500. That's great, but obviously my bank charges have been under budgeted most months. Then my overdraft is 251 and 72 cents, which is like half of what I thought it was, so that's great. So I'm going to mark that as green. um Electricity, we didn't need more than 300. We still actually have some left, so 300 was fine for the week. I think it's mostly due to load shedding, where our power was cut a few times in this week and we no longer have load shedding, so that might go up again, but I don't mind it. Either way, we saved some money this week, and that's always a good thing. Then we are going to go to food over here at the bottom. Okay, so we overspent on food. I noticed that we've been trying to use up all our things the last few weeks, so obviously we need to get more things. And as we are running out of things, I sometimes need to buy more. Say flour was an example for this week. Obviously that's not the difference, but we needed flour, we needed sugar for the first time since September of last year when our daughter was born. I went on a big shopping trip the day before she was born, so my water naturally broke that day, and I had our daughter the next day. So I bought some things in bulk, and we are now starting to run out of things I was hoping would last until the move at the end of May. So food was higher than budgeted, long story short, and I think that's okay. It's not that much, so that's fine. Our meat was exactly as budgeted. Yeah, we didn't actually even use all the meat that we bought, so we still have some for next week. And fuel, I used 200 exactly, so that's great. Entertainment, we didn't spend anything on eating out, which is an accomplishment if you've been following us for a while. I think it was last week or the week before where we spent almost 1,000 just on eating out for the week. So things have been going better. I've been cooking every day, except for one day I did get a refund from Uber Eats and I got KFC for lunch, because we had a problem with Happy Meals not having toys, and we ended up getting KFC, which was on sale on Uber Eats for the day. So that was basically what happened, but I'm not counting it because it's not cash that came in. It was a voucher basically. It was just credited to my account, so I used that, and I still have some left, but yeah, I didn't use all of it. So that's fine, and I'm just going to leave that there. I actually uninstalled Uber Eats and all the delivery apps for takeaways for groceries. I still use it from time to time, so that's still there. But yeah, then we have snacks at 100. We spent 100 on snacks, definitely. It might not be exact, but the difference is definitely included in the food budget. So yeah, I didn't count the last slip. Pretty sure there was some snacks on it, but I didn't add it to the snacks amount because it was impulse buy. So yeah, we went a bit over on food, and I didn't separate it because I just wanted to get this video done, and it's like 12, so don't crucify me for that. And then wood, we budgeted 50, and we didn't spend anything for like the second week in a row now, so that's great. So what we have seen is that our car is basically not completely okay. It's using a ton of fuel at the moment, so we are not going to be driving to our new house. We have decided on buying plane tickets. Firstly, because we can't get stuck next to the road with 3 little kids, and also it's actually more convenient because the car will be loaded up by a company that we spoke to, and we won't be driving it. It doesn't save anything. It actually costs us more because the transport of the car is a bit more than the fuel would cost to drive it there. But I do think at the moment, with the fuel usage on the car, which is 5 times the normal amount, maybe 10 times because it's crazy. So there's obviously a fuel leak which has to be sorted out, but we're going to do it when we get to the new house, as my partner's best friend will be living a block away and he is a mechanic, so he can help out, which is great, and it won't cost us a ton. So I'm feeling a bit better than my last video. I was a bit depressing, if I say so myself, but maybe my last 3 videos, to be honest. But we have things sorted, we have it under control, and we have a plan on how to do this whole moving thing, which is great. So then we have the kids' expenses. I bought some booties for our little baby because she is starting to walk. So that's where we went over budget on the kids' stuff, but it's not a problem. We will just deal with that. It was 60, so it's not a lot. Then vaping, we came in under budget, which is awesome. Then we have school, which is 40 that I spent. That was on some writing equipment. I think it was like pens and pencils, but it was just something that we needed for our school work at home, which it happens. And since I didn't budget anything for sinking funds, and my sinking funds are basically being run as cash in and out, that's fine, because we aren't going to build up our sinking funds until we move right now. Maybe some of them, like the kids and the vaping and the school expense, just so that if we need anything we can. buy it. Okay, so then we get to the debt. I didn't make any payments on the debt, mainly because my account's in a negative of 1,500, as you could see earlier, and that obviously means I don't have money to transfer over to it in the bank because my client decided to pay in cash. So the personal loan is in the red because we didn't make the payment. Then you will see my rollover in bank was estimated to be 450. It's not. So we have 161 left over. Sorry, you couldn't see that. So the rollover in the bank was estimated to be 450, but it wasn't because obviously we overspent on our groceries and then we overspent some on the sinking funds. So we ended up with 161 left over if you deduct the overdraft from the amount I have in cash. So I have a rollover that is in the red because it's bad, because I'm going to let my salary take care of that today. And then my cash rollover, which should be 1,690, which obviously is good because that wasn't planned in a way, I guess. Sorry if I'm sniffy, it's still being sick, so I guess that's unfortunate, but it's how it is at the moment. So let's check if this is 1,691. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 50, 14, 50, 15, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. So yes, we have 1,690 in notes, which will be rolled over to my next weekly budget. My monthly budget will be getting the 1,529, which will be deducted from my salary as it comes in, obviously, because the account's in a negative. Then I have some cash for our cash jar. Okay, so we have 5, 10, and yes, our 5 rands used to look like this. They look like this now, and it's been like 10 years, I think. These were minted in 2014, 2005, 2016. So this one was from 1994. So you will notice that they sometimes look like this and sometimes like this. That's just normal. But that's 20 rand, 22, 50, 70, 90, 1. So we have 23 rand for our change situation. 23 on my little cash change savings challenge, I guess. So our jar, it's getting a bit dusty, but it's getting fuller. So we have about half a jar now. It's just an old instant coffee jar. Okay, so we're starting at the biggest ones, which is 8.20 rand. So mine is 8.2. And I have switched over to purple for this month. So I forgot to do that on camera last week. And then another 8.20 rand over there. And then we have leftovers 6.6. So 6.60 rand. Do we have any left over? Let me see. I don't think we have a 6.60 rand. No, we don't. Okay, so I'm going to go for the 6.50 rand. So we have 6.50 rand. And then a 0.1. So we'll do that first block, which is great. I prefer to take off the bigger ones, but if there's no more bigger ones, we go smaller, and that's fine. So we are saving up, and each 1,000 will be deposited into the bank separately to be made as payments on our personal loan, which we are focusing on. If it takes me longer to get to the 1,000, I am going to just use it on the next date. And at the moment, it seems like we don't have to get more debt to move, which is probably the reason for my mood. And that's awesome. And we'll figure it out as we go. If we do need to take a loan, we have one available from the bank that they have offered us, but it's 126,000 rand. And or I can take a 200,000 loan and they consolidate 3 debts and I get 130,000 about out as well. But I would really not like to have access to that amount of money, because we would spend it. We wouldn't pay it on debt. Even if we tell ourselves that a million times, that's what it's for, it won't go there. It will be spent on fixing up the house or doing this or this, and this will come along and we will do that, and it will just be a whole mess. So we prefer not to take the loan. Like, it would be great to have that amount of money, but only if we earned it. If we need to take it to move, we will try and find maybe like a payday loan, and that should cover it, because we only need to I think we need to we have some money put aside for moving to cover the truck to take all our furniture and all our things to the new house, but we didn't have enough saved for flights and also taking the car by truck. So that's going to cost us 10,000 extra. And then we also need money for truck rental, like a bucky, that's what we call it here, but a truck rental for the day to move our things from inside the complex to outside the complex to the truck. When we booked the truck, we weren't aware it would be too big to be allowed inside our little housing complex, which because of the weight and height, so the truck won't be able to get through the gate, because the gate closes automatically and it would just close on the truck, or the gate would have to be left open the whole day while they move everything, and it wouldn't even be able to get into our driveway. So now we have to get a truck to move everything outside, so it's double the work to get the stuff moved out. And that's just the way it is. But basically our budget has doubled, if not tripled. I think it's about tripled now. And we also have to rent a moving trolley to move the stuff. And now we also need to hire 4 helpers, because the truck doesn't come with people to move the things. That's on us, because it's actually a favor and we aren't even paying half of what we should be paying for the truck, because it's my partner's best friend's work who's helping us out. He works for a logistics company, so that's great for us, but also a bit scary with all the things going on. So there is a few extra things we have to do from our side to move, instead of renting a moving company. Specifically, it's a logistics company, so it's a bit different. They basically move products for stores, and now they are moving a household, which they don't usually do, and also puts a lot of the work on us. We have to find our insurance to get the load covered while it's moving, which usually moving companies cover it automatically, or you can add on insurance and all that. But the truck's getting sealed on this end and moved across the country, so we don't have any worries about stuff being stolen in any way. It is a big problem in South Africa, but if anything does get lost, the driver is responsible, or being held responsible, because the truck should be sealed, and there's like a code on the seal that they put on the truck, and if it's not the same seal, he gets into trouble, and there's a whole bunch of things. So we aren't worried about that, but we are worried about breakage of items. So we are going to let our insurance cover our things and send them a itemized inventory list, basically, to make sure they know of everything that's on that truck and it's insured. And if anything gets lost or broken or damaged or anything, we can claim from them for that. So that's great. But I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys again in the next video. I'm probably going to upload maybe 2 or 3 videos this week, maybe more. Let's hope for more. I'm feeling a lot better, which I think the mindset helps. And yeah, that's basically it for today. And if you want to follow along, please click on the subscribe button. We are working on paying off. Like, it was over $500,000 in debt, and we are now down to under 400,000, which is exciting. And if we can do this move without debt, it would just add to what we can accomplish without making more debt, and I think we would feel a lot more confident in what we are doing, definitely. And also our income's going to be more, well, not more, it's going to be, how would you put it, more liquid when we move, because our house payment, our bond payment, is half of what we pay for rent here, and we can't wait to move. It's been so much lately with people coming in and out of the house, and we have people coming to visit, or not visit, but look at the house again tomorrow. The day after that, the handyman's coming. So yeah, we've been working on all of that, and I'm gonna leave now and stop talking because I've been very chatty tonight, and I think you might be a bit tired of my voice. But anyway, I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.